Okay, we're recording now. We're recording now. So anyways, we're going to get into that, some of that right now. Fear of failure, fear of success, all that stuff. But think about this, guys. This is something that I'm going to do with myself. And, highly obviously, us as a mastermind, as a group, we should be doing this all together and by ourselves, is reflecting, right? Reflecting over the last 6 months, what has happened, what has not happened. Did I do the list of things that I was going to do? Did I follow through with everything that I was going to do? Yes or no? Did I attend as many go live sessions as I said I was going to attend? Did I finish the academy by this date that I said I was going to do? Did I put in the work? Did I put in the work? Because nothing's going to come easy. Nothing's going to come overnight. But there is a piece in here that talks about residuals, the difference between a job and, working for somebody else, between that and residuals, and different types of things that you could make money from. I lost that page now. But anyways, what I want to talk about really quick is the vision. The vision, guys. So it's like 10:18 there Eastern time right now. Like I said, we'll probably go to the 11 o'clock mark. I don't want to go any time past that, but there are some key concepts that I definitely wanted to bring up from this book, Building an Empire. So if you're with us, hopefully you're able to take notes. Let's get into communication and let me know what you think, right? After this call, sometime tomorrow, let's call each other up. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know anything that sparked your mind that said, holy shit, Lee, that part that you read about, that was a paradigm shift. Jose, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. Right? That was a paradigm. By the way, Jose's been killing the game, guys. He hasn't enrolled any. We haven't enrolled anybody yet, but we're about to. He's about to go 2 and free this month. He's about to enroll 2 or 3 people this month, hands down, no problem. Maybe even by next week. By next week, he's going to be enrolling 2 or 3 people. It's already done. Him and I spent a couple days, a couple hours at a time together. We went through some stuff, and I said, bro, what's your why? What's your purpose? What are we doing here? We've got trading. We've got building a business. We've got these things, and this is the project that we're working on. And as soon as we talked about that, boom, paradigm shift. Jose sent me his list of people that he's about to talk to. He's been messaging people, and he's messaged so many people on Instagram. He got blocked. He couldn't message any more people. Hilarious, bro. I remember my first time doing that. The first time I did that, I realized, shit, I was not messaging enough people. I wasn't piquing enough people's interest. I wasn't connecting with enough people from around the world or whatever I wanted to do. So that's awesome to see. That's awesome to see. So it just takes taking that initial action, right? So anyways, guys, the vision, when I read through this really quick, think about your vision for yourself. Think about the vision for yourself. And that's another reason why I don't care how much money this trip is costing me. I don't care how much this Airbnb is. I don't care whatever. I don't care. Because it's helping me build the vision for myself as to what I would like for the rest of my life. House on a lake. I'm on different types of bays and oceans right now, but house on a lake, on water, sunshine, being able to read a book in peace, not have to worry about news and people's opinions and bullshit that doesn't matter to me. But think about yourself. Think about what you really want. And actually, Chad has a great link on that information too that we're going to be promoting. But this coming Sunday, guys. So, but your vision and your dream for you and yourself, because you can say, I want to achieve this. But then say, I also like this and this and that and that and that and the other thing. And I'm all about that. I'm all for that. I'm all about being limitless. I'm all about taking advantage of everything that comes into our plate. I'm all about taking, everything we can and be able to bring other people up at the same time. But if a couple burgers aren't made to be eaten first, you're gonna go hungry and you're gonna go starving. So let's build a couple patties. Let's build a couple patties up. Let's build a couple burgers up first, right? Before we spread the ketchup and the relish and the mustard so thin. Let's cook, bake, and get ready to eat a couple burgers first before we spread the relish and the mustard and the ketchup too thin. Because before you know it, you're working on this, you're working on that, you're doing this, you're working on this, and then your hands are everywhere, but they're really nowhere. So check this out, guys. Paint the vision. Paint the vision. Now, this obviously is talking about an organization, a team of people building the vision and that sort of thing. But for ourselves, what's the vision for ourselves, right? So where there is no vision, the people will perish. We've all heard this, but most do not understand how to live by it. Few people in the world have ever sat down for even an hour to design their life. Few people have even sat down for an hour to design their life. So we might want to be humble. We might want to be a little modest, but think about it. If we could have all the money in the world, we could still start charities. We can still build schools and do great things and still have a great, selfish, abundant, joyous life. That's how it works. That's how it works, right? Build it up, build it up, build it up. They have no connection to a vision that drives them. They do not wake up with a sense of purpose each morning, raring to go conquer the world, summit the mountain. A feeling of being unfulfilled often strain their lives. A feeling of being unfulfilled often strain their lives. So if we're waking up unmotivated, not feeling very good, and we continue to do that day after day after day after day, that's why nothing's happening, because we're not feeling good. We're not feeling good about what we're about to do. So let's get in that moment, guys. Think about this, guys. Arvin, Omid, Harmon, Tara, right? Jose, Chad. Think about this. Even when you're building the business and you have 3 or 4 people, we still pay the subscription fee, right? But that's like $200. That's like $200 to start your business. $200 to start your business. A business that you can make as much money as you want. If you start any other business, you got to put $100,000 down, and you got to pay for an employees, and you got to worry about insurance, and you got to worry about regulations and how good the food is, or customer service. I mean, this is still fairly customer service based too, but we got to worry about all this shit and overhead. With I Am, a home-based business, you're starting a business for a couple $100. You're learning a money-making skill, multiple of them, and have the opportunity to build residual income on the side. $1,000 a month, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month. What other opportunity gives that? What other opportunity allows you a residual income for $200 a month to start your business and get on the right track to being a multimillionaire, incredibly successful, and get in the right rooms with connections and people, right? Because it's not how much we have. It's not what we get along the way. It's who we become, who we can help, and whose hands can we shake. Whose hands can we shake, right? We're not going to want to shake the people's hands who are afraid of shaking hands. Think about the virus right now. People are afraid of shaking hands right now because of a virus, because we were told to be afraid. You know what? If you're afraid to shake my hand, probably don't want to work with you anyways. Right? I'd rather be able to shake somebody's hand and say, hey, pleasure doing business with you. Hey, pleasure to be partnering up with you. Mindset. Think about that, right? This is because they lack a vision. Creating a vision should be taught in school, but it's not. Parents with no vision certainly cannot teach their children to. Helen Keller was asked decades ago, what could be worse than going blind? Does anybody know what could be worse than going blind? Her response was, the only thing worse than going blind is having sight but no vision. Give me a 666. No, don't give me a 666. Paradigm. Give me a 333 in the chat. Give me a 333 in the chat if that just blew your mind a little bit. If you just thought about that and you're like, oh damn, right? Think about the person without legs who wish he had legs, and think about the person with legs that's not going out there for runs, that's not going out there to the malls to talk to people, that's not going out there to adventure into new paths and new things, but they have legs to be able to do so. So the people with eyes, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. What the? Let's look at several years from now. Your life took an amazing turn for the best when you started your network marketing business. That decision, coupled with solid work ethic, put you in the place you are now. Monetarily, you have more than you can spend. You have more than you can spend. Think about yourself, right? 3-5 years from now, even next year, guys, think about next year having $2,000 to $5,000 a month coming in every single month, or more. You have more than you could spend. Just the interest and dividends coming passively from your investments are more than you ever made working full-time in your past. So when you invest into stocks, when you invest into DeFi, decentralized finance, crypto, you're making passive income on the side. That's making enough income for you that you used to make full-time. That's the goal. That should be the dream, because that's how you build generational wealth, right? You never look at the price when reading the menus while dining out. You take an exotic. I try not to do that already because I already make myself abundant. I'm like, I don't care. A little bit, within reason. You take an exotic vacation every 3 months to some new place and exciting. You walk new beaches around the world. I'm doing that right now. You walk new beaches around the world on weekdays when others are stuck in office buildings back home. When others are stuck in office buildings back home. Speaking of your home, you have 3 of them, each in different locals, each in three different places in the world, right? Decked in lavish decor that you spend time laboring over with care. Your family enjoys time in the different homes, and each feels so very homey. You have true time freedom, and you set your own schedule to satisfy your MV whim. You take missions trips. You give of your time to charitable causes that make your heart beat and bring tears to your eyes. You give to your church more money than you have ever made in a year of your job. You give to your church or some foundation or whatever more money than you've ever made at your job. Because if you're still here listening, guys, at the end of the day, I heard this gentleman speak. Oh, he was on Mornings with Nino. He was on Mornings with Nino. His mentee was talking about even somebody with all the money in the world, but they haven't had the opportunity to give back. They haven't had the opportunity to help somebody else out. No fulfillment-based goals. You're not going to be happy, right? So we got to make enough money to spoil ourselves, but also be able to spoil others and give back just as much too. That should be the goal. That should be the goal, right? Because otherwise, are we really going to be happy? Are we really going to be able to create generational wealth? Are we really be able to help out our great grandchildren? That should be the goal, right? You have put into place a legacy that will survive you, that will be enjoyed and empowered many generations after you. The respect and admiration you receive from your family and friends make you feel so proud yet humble. All of the worldly things that have had an adverse effect on you, the trappings of your success were pride evoking along the way. But now that you are on the other side of money and success, you give the credit upward and understand to whom you belong. You give the credit upward and understand whom you belong. Sheesh. Just some things. But really, 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 we want to encourage ourselves, and we want to encourage everybody else in the team, everybody else in the squad, to build and make a vision board, to build and make something that says, this is my life. This is the car a year from now, 10 years from now. This is the house 5 years from now, 10 years from now. This is the 100 things, 300 things. Chad.
I've already started collecting. I've already started collecting things for my new house. Images, beds. My house is $600,000 I want to buy. Guess how much money I have in my bank right now? This much. Does it matter? Fuck no. We're making it happen. I'm going to buy my house in Bitcoin. I've already got this guy convinced. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Now, another thing I want to touch on while I'm reading about it right now is leadership, team culture, involving everybody on these calls. I definitely want to involve everybody on these calls. So a great point that Chad made, in terms of listening to Nino, is that what I would really, really, really love for us to do is to hop on a call like this and Arvin talk about something that he learned about from Nino. That Tara talked about something that she learned from Nino. That Chad, Harmon, Omid, Jose, what did you learn from Nino? What was 2 or 3 things that you learned this week that you said, holy shit, I need to change that about myself? Holy shit, I need to reflect that. I need to reflect and overcome and change. I need to develop. I need to improve. What are those things? So this is going to help us all, number one, become accountable for listening to what Nino has to say, to listen to what he has to say and take the information and apply it together, right? And also, maybe we get to learn from each other. Maybe there's a day that you don't get to go on Nino, but you get to learn those things from somebody else. Maybe you're going through something that somebody else is going through too, right? Jose knows this. Jose knows this. I say this all the time. By the way, I'm not sure if anybody's taking Instagram stories right now or not, but Instagram stories would be really, really great to pique interest on this abundant team mastermind that we're hosting right now. But I say to Jose and some of us all the time, right?
I already did.
Remember, Chad already did. Remember that we're all human. We are all human at the end of the day. Nino has gone supernatural and superhuman, but he's human and came from nothing, from the streets as well. Or not as well, but like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to communicate things. Don't be afraid to bring something up. Don't be afraid to reach out, because chances are, maybe I've gone through it. Maybe your upline's gone through it. Maybe somebody in the group has gone through it. And I know all of you, and I know for a fact that we all humble. We've all got stories. I don't think any of us would judge or talk about each other behind each other's back negatively. So don't be afraid to reach out to somebody if you need it, okay? If it's not me, if it is me, please reach out. But as I was saying, guys, we definitely want to work on leadership, culture together, and learning from each other, right? Really, really, like there's so much good information here. I should have read this a year ago. Fuck. Anyway, this is my other point, right? If something gets brought up in the group, if something gets brought up between each other, but we wait a whole year to go and listen to it, we wait forever to go listen to it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So next point, guys, we've got maybe 20 minutes, okay? Ready? Give me a 333 if you've sparked something in your brain already. If you sparked something in your brain already, if you've had some kind of a paradigm shift, if you're stoked for the next 6 months, give me 333 in the chat. Holla, holla, holla. If you have any other ideas or topics you want to discuss, send me a message really quick. Man, I'm super excited for the next wave of crypto too. I hope we all good. So the fear zone. Cool. Thank you, Arvin, Chad, Jose, Harmon, Tara. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Let's get it. Okay, the fear zone. This is important for all of us. Maybe we're afraid of rejection. Maybe we're afraid of failure. Maybe we're afraid of success. Each of those things. It's a possibility, right? And don't forget, guys, this is information that we want to pass on to the rest of our group, right? The rest of our team. We gotta stay plugged in. Even if somebody's not on the call, let them know that they should have been on the call, or if they come to you with a problem, they should have been here, right? They should have been here. They should be on because we're talking about Nino. It's not just about this call. It's not just all about us here, but we got to be taking accountability for getting on with Nino. There's a lot of organizations make Nino mandatory. They won't bother mentoring you if you're not getting the information, if you're not getting the sauce from Nino. I'm not going to implement that right now, but Chad's recorded it. Chad's recording all these Nino sessions. Even if he's half asleep, he's on it. He's on it, and we're ready to go. So let's take an advantage, guys. Right? The fear zone. Let's face it. We are not soldiers deployed in combat. We are not athletes getting ready to take a hit in the football field or a boxing ring. We are not surfers attempting to ride a 20-foot wall of water that could crush us. We are business builders who make a living by showing people a business that they can serve them and change their life. Think about Alex Morton. Alex Morton just doesn't look at this like a business. He doesn't look at this like trying to recruit or having somebody to sign up. He says, I'm going to this person because they can take this information and run for themselves. They can take this information and make a positive impact in their own life. And if they don't, they become a drifter, and that's life for them going forward, right? That's their issue. But if they do, like Harmon did, like Akshay did, like Chad's done, like Jose's starting to do, right? If you do make that decision to say, I'm going to learn this thing or I'm dead. I'm going to develop this thing or I'm dead. I'm going to do this. There's no other option. Because if you make a plan B, C, and D, then plan A is not going to pan out. Right? Right. Okay. So we have what they need. We have what they need. The challenge is that most people don't know they need it. And those who get good at conveying this effectively will get wealthy. So what's the fear in network marketing? What's the fear in recruiting and building the business? Right? Fear of rejection. What if somebody tells you no? What will that do to you? Can we agree that someone informing you that they are not interested in joining your business will not do bodily harm? It won't do bodily harm, right? Okay, so no physical harm is coming to you anyway. So is it the emotional punch in the gut that you fear? Nobody likes feeling being turned down or rejected. But this business is all about going through the game of large numbers. So how can you avoid the no's? You can't. You can't avoid the no's. You can't avoid the naysayers. You can't avoid the rejections. Make it fuel you. If there's doubters, naysayers, people that just don't understand or comprehend what the hell you're saying, let that fuel you and motivate you to the next thing, not get you down or upset you. First of all, you're not asking them to marry you. If you were, they would say no. They would be rejecting you then in that case. But in this case, you are asking them if they would like to join your business. Their no is being asserted towards the business itself, not you. Not you. The messenger. Always keep this in mind. Do you think a restaurant owner sits in his window watching cars all day drive by and crying because each passing car is rejecting the sign outside and the idea of stopping in to buy his food? No, they just weren't hungry. The people driving by, the restaurant owner and the good smelling food is not necessarily rejecting the restaurant right now. They're just, or in the future or right now, they just weren't hungry at that time. Or they just didn't care for this style of cuisine. But the owner still puts out forth his best product and lets those who enjoy it indulge in his cooking. A few satisfied customers will multiply. A few satisfied customers will multiply. Every person who sells anything has to learn to take a no and move on to the next call, the next presentation. The key to success in selling and recruiting lies in the ability to go from no to no without loss of enthusiasm. So that's the same thing with trading. That's the same thing with profiting. That's the same thing with everything else that we do in life, right? If we were learning how to walk or run for the first time of our lives, but we fell down and said, never again, that's not for me. Could you imagine crawling around for the rest of your life as a 36, 40-year-old? That's what people do. That's what people end up doing, right? So screw that. We're not going to be crawling around as 40, 45-year-olds. No. We're going to get up again. We're going to start walking. We're going to start running, and we're going to launch this thing, right? So we must keep our level of passion and excitement high as we sort through prospects, because part of what they are buying into is our music, our conviction, our attitude about what we are a part of. It's not what you say. It's not how it sounds. That is the most important. Don't worry about having the right words. That is secondary, right? Because guys, you can never, I don't know if it's in here or not, but I know this quote that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Okay? You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If they're going to join you, they're going to join you. If they want to hear it, they're going to hear it. If not, they won't. And that's okay, because some will, some won't. So what? Next. Have you ever fallen in love with a song on the radio that got you so fired up, yet you didn't understand the lyrics? You even found yourself mumbling along over the words you had no clue about while you sang it out loud. That's what we're talking about here. It's not the words that matter the most. If you are excited, they will want to know. They will want to do what you do. If you are fearful, worried, or nervous, they will not want to do what you do. So disregard the losses. Disregard the trials and the tribulations that you're going through right now. Put it aside. Say, fuck that shit. I'm not here for that. I'm learning from those things, and I'm going to move forward. I'm still going to show this person this opportunity because they can change their life. I'm still going to share this information because they can improve themselves and their family's lives, right? So your business can change their life. And if they don't see that, it's their loss, right? I just talked about that from what Alex Morton said back in the day. I always reminded myself that no simply meant no for now. Not now, try again later. Fear of looking foolish. Fear of looking foolish, guys. Check this out. Are you worried that you might not explain the information as well as some of the pros? Just remember, you know 100% more than what your prospects know about the business. So guys, check this out. Back in the day, when I was on stage, I used to be in a band and I played guitar and we rocked out on multiple different stages. I have no idea how good or bad we sounded. I don't know. I have no idea. We could have sounded really, really good. We could have sounded mediocre. We could have sounded really, really bad. I have no idea. I don't care. Out of 50 bands, though, we did end up in third at the Hard Rock Cafe at the Battle of the Bands. That was pretty fun. But my point is, if you're a musician on stage, playing your instrument, singing your song, doing your thing, it doesn't matter if you mess up or not, because the audience doesn't know. The audience doesn't know if you mess up your presentation, if you mess up some words, if you mess up what you're going to say. The audience doesn't know, and they probably don't care if you messed up anyway. You know about IAM. You know about the Academy. You know what you've seen in crypto. You know what you've seen through our presentations, through other people's success. And if you haven't, reach out to me, because I've got lots of people to show you. But my point here is, right, the guest doesn't know. You know what we've got here. You know the potential of what Forex and trading can give you. That's what we show. That's what we show. So if you share the facts with conviction, they will buy in. If you are going to mess up the details, do it with a pizzazz and confidence. That was, another. If you screw up something, do it with confidence. Who cares? And of course, use third-party tools so that the facts will always be right on point, regardless. A video or whatever, recording, doesn't matter. And if you don't know the answers to the questions, tell them you aren't supposed to be the one that provide those answers. You are supposed to introduce them to the company expert. If you don't know something, let me get you in front of the person that has more information. I'm still learning right now, so let me get you in front of the person that's still doing it. Yes, but I've been at it a little bit, but I've been going through some stuff. I took a little break for a while. We're back in right now. We're launching. We're expanding our business right now. Let me get you in front of the person that has more experience, that has more, that knows a little bit more than me. That's how that works, right? Maybe you fear somebody judging you or making fun of you for starting a network marketing business. You will likely hear the word pyramid a few hundred times over and over coming years. It's okay. Don't let their business ignorance affect your mood. Don't let their business ignorance affect your mood. Right? Ignorance is in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. There's a gentleman who bought Bitcoin at 50 grand because he didn't want to listen to what I had to say. He bought Ethereum at $3,500 because he didn't want to join the academy to get the right information. He came to me and said, bro, what's up? I said, you messed up. Are you ready to join now? Nope, I'm not ready. Fine. Stay broke-minded. Remain broke-minded. Doesn't affect me. I'm good. Maybe I shouldn't be working with you anyways. Okay, bye. That's the mentality you got to have. On to the next. But that's it's somewhere here, but I don't know where it is. Guys, if anybody, okay, let me finish this right quick. But several years and millions of dollars later, I can look at the people who saying that and smile, knowing I out-earn and out-fund. I out-earn and out-fund them doing what they don't understand. You are not foolish going against the grain. The real fools are the ones stuck in mediocrity. Feel, felt, found, guys. Feel, felt, found. So if somebody brings up pyramid, if somebody brings up scam, blah, 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 blah. Feel, felt, I felt that way too when I first heard about this. I felt about that way too when I first heard about this. But then I learned some things, and what I found out was, right? I don't know, Chad, you could probably explain a little bit better, but if you want to. But what I found out was,
I know how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found. What do you think?
What do you think?
I think. What do you think? I think you'd be great at this. I think you'd have lots of fun together. I think we could make a lot of money. I think we could travel the world together. What do you think? What are they going to say? No, you're full of shit. They're going to say, I think you're right. And you say, yes, sign you up right now.
Bingo. Bingo. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's exactly what Matthew Terr said on his call one time when he became chairman 100 too. He said, listen, man, I felt that way too. But what I found out was actually people are making a lot of money and you don't have to recruit anyways. Right. Actually, you could just make money and that's fine. But listen, this is the plan. This is the information. I've had some success here and there. I'm working with some great individuals. I want to make sure that you're doing this with me too. I'd like to do this and this and this and this. I think you'd be a rock star at it. I think you'd be really good. Fear of success. This fear is one of the most people I don't know they have, but many people have it, the fear of success. You say you want success. You say you want the homes, the cars, the boats, the traveling, the shoes, the clothes, the lifestyle. But if you achieve all of that, how will your friends perceive you? Are you afraid of what your friends and family are going to think? Arvin, Harmon, Omid, Tara, Jose, are we all here? I hope we all here, fam. 10 more minutes, guys, 10 more minutes. But if you achieve all that, how will your friends perceive you? Are you afraid of what your friends and family are going to think when suddenly your life changes and theirs is still the same? Right now, you are likely on the same, whoa, that's a big word, I don't know. Socioeconomic level with them. Learning every day. See, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of failure. I'm not afraid of saying something wrong. I don't care. I'm good. I'll move on to the next, right? Where was that again? Oh yeah. Right now, you are likely on the same socioeconomic level with them, with friends, family, whatever. It's comfortable and you all can relate to each other. It's akin to misery loves company. Misery loves company. But you go off and become successful in your new business and whoo, wham, you are now driving a nicer car, moving into a nicer neighborhood. You're taking your kids out to out of the public school with their kids and put them into private schools. You now take expensive trips, but your friends can't afford to go with you. Now you start to set a sense of separation or divide. You are moving up and they are choosing to stay stuck. I've got some friends that I haven't visited in a few months. I've got some friends that I haven't visited in a few months. I've barely talked to them. Snapchat, Instagram, a little bit here and there, but I haven't visited them. I haven't seen them. Nope. I'm not rolling that way. I'm not going back to a job. I'm not going back to a paycheck. I'm not going back to not sure where my money is going to go. No. I know exactly where my money's going. I know exactly what I'm doing next year. I know exactly where the next few months are going to be like. I know exactly what the next few months are going to be like because I know what kind of action I'm about to take. I know what kind of friends I'm not going to be around anymore. I know what kind of people I don't want to be around anymore. I know the type of family that I probably shouldn't spend a whole lot of time with anymore. Think about that. So before you're worried about a friend's opinion, before you're worried about some person down the street, what their opinion is, learn what their paycheck is. Learn how their lifestyle is. Would you trade that? Probably not. Earl Nightingale, guys, says in one of his YouTube videos, The Strangest Secret, something that we should be listening to on a nightly basis, every single night, The Strangest Secret. He says you could probably walk down the street for like 100 miles and ask somebody what the key to success is, and they probably have no idea. You could probably walk 100 miles down the street or walk for I forget what he said, 100 miles or like a month's time down the street. I don't know what it was. You probably won't come across a single person 100 houses down the road, and nobody will know what the key to success is. Can anybody type in the chat what the key to success is? if there was one thing that all scientists, that all people can agree on, what is the one key to success that's going to make it or break it? What's the one thing that people need to work on or think about or achieve or you know, the thing that's going to separate you from achieving something to not? What is it? Does anybody here know? Jose says consistency. That's a good one. Chad says the dream. Yes. I mean, these are right answers. These are right answers. For sure, for sure. Plan. Chad says plan. Arvin, Harmon, Tara, you guys here? Arvin, Harma, Tara, you guys here? What's the key? What's the, like, if there was one thing that we could nail to a law and say, this is fucking it. What's the top key to success? Follow in the footsteps of a successful person. Yeah, success leaves clues, so do what they do, you'll have what they have, right? Those are all right answers, 100%. But the one thing, guys, is that we become what we think about. We become what we think about all day long. We become what we think about all day long. I know you guys know this, but we gotta know. We gotta know. We gotta know. Ask and you shall receive. Asking, a beautiful, great answer as well. Right, beautiful, great, right answer as well. What we focus on expands. What we think about, we bring about. Yeah. Right? The dominating thoughts of our mind. What is that going to control? Our thoughts control our feelings control our actions, and our actions produce or don't produce our results. Sheesh. I got fired up right there, right quick, because it's important information to think about. Friends, family, business, business ventures, people that you're working with, people that you're spending time with, but the bullshit that you're reading on your phone, on the news, on people's opinions, doesn't matter. Where are you headed? What kind of action are we taking on a daily basis? What type of material are we reading on a daily basis? What are we listening to on a daily basis? What kind of morning routine are we following through with? What are we drinking? What are we drinking on a daily basis? This is, I don't know where Big 8 is all the time, but this is water. These are water bottles. I got to get away from plastic, but Jose's got water. There we go. What are we drinking on a daily basis? So all of it is important. All of it's important, but the most important thing is what our dominating thoughts of the mind are. So I really went off there. I hope we, literally 3 liters of water a day. And you know, Brandon Boyd, guys, he's over 40 years old and he's the most jacked leader in the company. I think he's the most jacked 40-year-old I think I've seen. You know, I don't know if he's on some kind of testosterone support or not as a 40-year-old plus, but you know, he talks about drinking a liter of water every single morning. So guys, familia, some things to think about. Take this weekend, okay? I'm going to be connecting with you guys this weekend for sure. You know, we're going to be staying in touch, but I know the weekends tend to be a little bit more low key. And I get it. But the weekends, guys, the weekends is a great time to study. It's a great time to revamp our thoughts. It's a great time to reach out to new people. New people are walking everywhere. New people are on their phones all the time, all day, every day. Why? Because they're probably not at work. Or maybe they are at work and they're working multiple jobs and they would probably like to work one less job. So let's find those people. Let's find the people who want to work one less job. Let's find the people that need to pay off more debt. Because the bottom line is, right? Speaking of debt, the next 90 days, guys, and I'm talking about the next 90 days right now, today, because it's July 1st. Wait, is today July 1st? It is July 1st. My phone said July 2nd because it's 12:01.
Yes, it's Canada Day.
Yeah, it's Canada Day, right? So You know, I heard they were canceling. I'm not really sure what happened. There was 200 people on the beach today when I was when I was there. But I'm talking about the next 90 days right now to help keep track of the next 6 months. The next 90 days right now to help keep track of the next 6 months. If you're working part-time, 5 to 10 new people every day. Bumble, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We are the most socially connected people ever right now than any other time in the world of history of planet Earth. We've got everything. We've got everything right here. I'm super excited to be talking to people next week, right? I waited a week so I could self-isolate and do whatever the fuck they say. Anyway, I'm super excited to be talking about people in Halifax. I'm super excited to be talking to people all over the place, popping in and out of restaurants, having appetizers in different places, telling people how great their service is and saying, listen, I would love for you to check out what I'm working on right now. I think you would freaking rock it because your service was blessed today. Thank you. We're either going to let our servers know how blessed we are about their service and how great they would do in our business, or we're going to continue to let the next person slide. Because every person that we walk by is the next 6-figure earner. Every person that we come in contact with is the next 7-figure earner in our business. But guys, the next 6 months, 6 months left of 2021, and I, for one, am embarrassed. And it's changing. It's progressively changing and improving every day, every day. And I haven't really, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't really taken in the whole talking to myself like Nino has, or speaking things out like Nino has. And I'm starting right now. I'm starting right now. I am abundant. I am grateful. I am a 7-figure earner. I am a profitable trader, right? I have never actually have said that to myself. I don't think I'm a profitable trader. I don't think I might have said that a few times when I started learning how to trade, etc. But Jose's showing some cards. You got that down, bro? Right? I am a profitable trader. I am an abundant, up and coming leader in I am. I am the next big thing. I am developing other leaders in my business. So take this weekend, guys, because we're going to do another call Sunday night, go over some information. Not quite an hour long like this. It'll be 40 minutes. Chad's going to talk about building the dream, and we're going to be doing some stuff from some audios, and I'm super stoked, and some information. So going forward, I'm thinking Sundays and Wednesdays. We would really love to start doing some calls Sundays and Wednesdays, because you know what? Halfway through the week, we forget about things come up, and we forget about our goals, and this happens, that happens, this happens. No, I don't want that. I want to work with people that are going to be in. I'd like to work with people that want to build this thing up to the top tiers of life. I'm going to be hosting together. We're going to be hosting masterminds like this, building the dream, masterminds. What do we learn from Nino? Some skill set buildings together every Sunday and Wednesday night. Every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. I'm going to start recording.